What's up, guys? Mama Mike here. You are not that which you identify as the self. We have the observer and the reality. So within you, there is an aspect of pure consciousness or your soul, which is the observer. And then you have the reality, which would be your thoughts, your beliefs, all these objects, this earth, this thing that I see in front of me. These are the things or the reality that we observe. So part of the illusion is that we have gotten to a space where we believe that what we observe is us, right? So this meat suit that I'm in, this body that I'm in, this identity, I'm Mike, I have a certain job, I live in a certain place, I make money, I go to work, whatever that is, right? So the part of the illusion is to believe that this is me. And this is only the reality within a construct of what I identify as my physical self, right? But my eternal self is an aspect that's you can't put your finger on, because it's the observer, right? I can observe my dreams when I'm in dream state. I can observe being awake, waking reality when I'm awake. I can be in a space where I have no thought. And when I have no thought, I'm still me. I still exist. So part of understanding existence is to understand that there's the observer, which is my pure consciousness, and the ego mind, which is the program that's running that says, I'm Mike and I live on earth and I do these things and I have these feelings and these things make me happy, these things make me sad. If I don't get this, then that means that, and all these wandering thoughts that we have, right? So part of understanding that is to understand that while we're an observer, there's an aspect of no space, no time. And it is only when we go into ego mind, or in this case the physical mind, that we have beliefs about certain things happening in a certain way, in a sequence, cause and effect. And for example, when you're in a dream state, things happen. I mean, they don't necessarily have to be illogical, right? And you can be in outer space, you can imagine, anything that you can imagine can exist. And while you're in that state, it's just as real as anything else, right? So when you're in a dream, you think that the dream is real. Like you can't separate a dream from waking state, because in a dream you think you're awake. And when you're awake, you're not dreaming, but when you're awake, then you think, well, this is the real reality. Well, actually, they're all real. Because from the observer's perspective, there's no difference from dream state or astral state or awaking state. They're all part of you. And the only one constant is you, the observer, right? So it's not self, this body that I identify with, that's real. It's the observer that is the only thing that exists. And whether I'm dead, whether I'm alive, that part of me that's the observer is the consciousness that is constant. So one of my students, actually many of my students have told me this, when I suggest meditation, and they tell me meditation doesn't work. And well, first of all, what exactly do you want to get out of meditation? Right? Meditation is a way to help you separate the observer from that which is observed. So if you're the kind of person who has a lot of wandering thought, and there's a monkey mind, and it's constantly grabbing at stuff, I need this, I need that, this will make me happy, this is what's wrong with me, and these are programs that are running. And so the idea is that you can't fix yourself from a place of, if you're part of a program, you can't get out of the program if you're running the program. And so the only way to get out of the program is to realize that you're running a program. And the only way to do that is to find an exercise where you can observe the program. And once you realize that you're running a program, so I'm in this meditative state, and I'm aware of my mind almost like a ticker. So I have this thought, then I have another thought, and now I have a thought that I can't stop thinking, which is still a thought. And so the idea is not to stop thinking, but it's just to understand the patterns of your mind, how your mind is constantly sort of needing to act or grab or it's constantly being stimulated. And so the only way that you can truly see yourself is to sort of turn off the program. And one way to do that is to practice meditation. And that doesn't mean that during meditation you're going to turn off the program. It's just giving you enough space to realize that, hey, I have this thing that I do, and I'm in an exercise where I can observe that I have these patterns. And part of understanding that is to recognize that these things that I observe are not me. Right? There's an aspect of me that's observing, and then there's the things that I observe. And so many people haven't realized that yet. And so everything that they observe, everything that they feel, everything that they believe becomes so strongly identified with the self that they believe that is it. That's not you. What you believe, what you see, the realities that you experience, these are creations from your eternal self or your pure consciousness. Which is why the idea of creating your own reality is so powerful, because when you understand that you, the eternal self, create your reality by your focus, by what you choose to observe, then multiple infinite realities can be possible, because all of it is you. All of it is you, and none of it is you. Right? Because everything, reality is just an illusion anyway. But our experience of the reality is real because we sort of opt into the program to say, okay, now this is real, right? It's like when you're watching a movie and you get yourself submerged into the movie and you feel the emotion of the movie. You can connect with the character, or you connect with the storyline, let's just say, right? But it's a movie. But while you're opting into it, it's real. While you're opting into the dream, it's real. While you're opting into waking life, it's real. But all of it is just an illusion, and all of it is a reality which you create as the one pure consciousness, as the one observing, as the one that totally exists, right? So you exist before this, you exist after this, right? Existence is based on you being an observer. So whether you are experiencing a reality or not, you exist. Like, that's the only one constant. So, if you want to think about being happy, then part of that is to understand that your happiness is not dependent on what you get or what you don't get, or having. I don't want to say that it's not necessary to have your needs satisfied, because obviously, in physical life or in waking life, or while you're in the program, you have certain needs, you have certain desires, you have certain, things that you want fulfilled. But it is understanding the big picture that in your existence, as in your pure consciousness, bliss is something that already exists. It already exists. You don't need to go on some mountain and meditate. You don't need to find out what planet you're from. You don't need to die and reincarnate somewhere else. You don't need to win $1 billion. I mean, those are just things that you want, and there's nothing wrong with wanting that while you're enjoying this life. This life is meant to be enjoyed, but recognize that this, what we think is reality, is not all there is, because the consciousness within you is the eternal thing. So that's all I have to say. And you can check out my video, which I'll post below, on meditation. And I really want to stress that this is why meditation as a practice is so important. It is not that meditation is somehow going to magically transform you or, turn you into an enlightened being. It's just that meditation is a very useful practice for helping you separate yourself as the observer from that which is observed. And most people are really struggling out there trying to sort out their life because they become so attached to the reality they experience that they believe that they are the reality. And I'm here to tell you that your eternal self is always there. And one way to tap into that is to practice meditation. All right? Thanks for watching.